Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah.
A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to HJN, Flying with the Foam, and some more epicness that you might be able to witness here for the whole time that I will be here. Because, after all, things are starting to look up in terms of the weather, but in terms of Nerf blasters, this one's kind of a meh for me. Because, well, one dart, I can't really understand how that works. And more importantly, I can't really understand or even come close to imagining how tedious it must be for some users out there in the Nerf community. But anyways, according to this, we're at number 629, Modulus Ionfire. This one right here is in fact a somewhat homage-inspired reiteration of some one-shot blasters out there with this sort of functionality to it. Because there were in fact a few blasters like this. Mostly the Sharpfire, as well as the Delta version of it, which is basically a dark blue color. But the Ionfire as a whole tries to make stuff better by giving you a lot of different options for certain attachments. You have a little hand grip on the top right here, which doubles as a tack rail on top, and there's one on the bottom as well, and not to mention a barrel and stock adapter. So that's 4 pieces of Modulus related stuff that is almost a necessity for most blasters nowadays, because we seem to be getting a lot of new things that have to do with modular attachments and how you can put them onto different blasters. There have been tack rails that have appeared on the side. There have been double of attachments. There have been lots of different value packs that have come around with different attachments that are mostly exclusive to some sets. The Ionfire, however, has a really tiny nub barrel to it. Unfortunately, I don't have it with, but you probably get the idea. It's a little barrel that basically comes with it, as well as a large handful of white darts, as well as a small dart holder attachment. Of course, since I don't have these attachments with me right now, I can't really give a proper justice to it. But of course, I'm mainly focusing on the actual blaster itself. One shot. It probably doesn't work for most people out there when they're in the heat of a battle, but I guess I can't really say that this is the worst possible idea that ever might have been put out there in stores or ever invented by Hasbro as a whole. But this is still one tedious way of trying to ruin one's own Nerf war. And I've almost said that it was despicable when I first talked about this back in Aftershock. I almost said it, but thankfully I hesitated for a moment. Of course, you can rewatch it again if you don't think I'm telling the truth. But let's move on from that, because overall, the Ionfire is just one shot. That's all you're basically going to get. I mean, there were a lot of different innovations and adaptations that people have managed to put together for certain Nerf blasters. I mean, why couldn't this just have a Magnus-inspired, well, inline clip? Because there were a lot of blasters in recent years that have used it. Like the Jupiter, Mercury, Ultra 5, and quite a few others as a matter of fact. Several Rivals blasters use the inline clip, and the Ultra 5 have used it. Why not this? I guess I don't know for sure. But overall, it's still quite boring in a way. Though of course it does bear the mantle of still trying to be as cutting edge as possible with the usage of different modular attachment adapters that are all over the blaster itself. You have 4 spots to choose from to put on different attachments. You could put in a scope, a dart holder, a barrel, a silencer, a stock, or a stock that has missile holders or dart holders, or I don't know. You got many ways to look at it, but I kind of see it as just being a one-shot, one bit of tediousness. So in a way, I guess I don't really have too much else left to say about it, but I do have a bit of a conclusion. That it doesn't do so well. End of story. But anyways, even though this is going to be, well, it for today, I can't really say that tomorrow is going to be any better, because I've already made my judgment call on the next blaster, and, well, because I have it sitting nearby, I can't really say that I'm excited to basically talk about this thing again, but I'm pretty much going to do it. I'm going to do my best at it, hopefully not be immature about it anymore. But that's it for today. If you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.